Did you jump into the Warriors Zoom call post game last night by any chance?
No.
Did you ask Curry? I see somebody ask Curry if his goal this year is to win the scoring title. I was wondering if
no,
maybe you didn't
not
ask
me,
him that?
Steiny.
Let's just take a listen to that one real quick.
That materializes throughout the season. It's not a goal. It's not something that I'm obsessing over. You play the game, take the shots that you think you're supposed to take and make, and shoot at a high clip and the efficiency and all that. And when I've won it the 2 years before, it's just playing basketball, and that is the result. Like at the end of the year, you start looking at it a little bit more if you're in the chase, but it's not a goal at all.
Wow. He's just letting it.
It's a goal for Zach LaVine.
Boy. But I told you, I just felt like, again, going back to Game 7 last year, him taking the mic from Draymond or telling Draymond to sit this out, and the things that Curry said in the offseason, going to work out with Poole. He is, what's the thing the kids use? He DGAF. That's his season to me, and his attitude, and his playing out on the field, on the court, and I feel like everybody else is following. Like, man, look at last night, Steiny 10, 18, 27, 42 points from the bench. And again, you got some starters that you probably could use a little more from, but if this is going to be a staple moving forward, strength is numbers is back. You got a closer, if not one of the best ones, marksman in Steph Curry and Clay. I just really thought last night, is this going to be the third game winner? If it had been a 3.
Mike in Berkeley's back. Hey, Mike in Berkeley, what's up?
Hey, guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry about that. I was on the Golden Gate. So I was just
oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's going
to. You got some scenery, though, over there in the Golden. Soak it all in.
I want to Steve Kerr, get to some of the Steve Kerr sound. This is on he's describing an important sequence in the game. I'm looking forward to hearing which he thinks is important.
Well, I thought there was a big sequence. We went up 4 immediately, and on Moses' 3, I think, out of the corner, and then we had a great defensive possession. They had 1.5 seconds. I think Porter hit the corner jumper off the inbounds, and then we had a tough possession at the other end, and they scored in transition. So felt to me like right there we had a chance to take it to 8 or 10. Jokic was out. They were on the ropes a little bit, and those 2 plays were really big.
I don't remember those exactly. Jokic was out, so it must have been early-ish.
Third quarter?
I think he played the whole third quarter, Jokic. Here's the other one I want to hear is he talking about the fight.
Down a couple key guys, playing the defending champs on the road at the end of a long trip. It was a hell of a fight. Our guys really competed and gave themselves a chance to win. And, tough way to finish, but couldn't be more proud of them and more excited about our team.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's a marathon, not a sprint, man. Come on.
I gotta give up on it. This isn't the 17 team anymore. That's my fault. This isn't Kevin Durant's Warriors, and these guys aren't. They're competing for a championship.
Okay.
They're not the favorites.
All right.
So there is maybe more to be encouraged about than I'm thinking about. But I still look at this team as the goal is to win it all.
That's what they're in it for, Matt.
Well, then can you really be encouraged with a loss to Denver?
Without Draymond Green and Gary Payton II.
Well, they were without a great player,
I understand that, but again, the Warriors traded a big part of themselves, right or wrong, whatever you think about Jordan Poole. And you and I, and we weren't the only two. How were they going to replace the points? And they're blowing that to smithereens. So that's one. Everybody's taking a step back in regard to Klay Thompson. He's playing more team ball. And right now, my only thing is, can CP3, and last night he had 9 points, 4-10 from the field, 1 of 4 from deep, but still, Steiny, 5 rebounds, 4 assists from CP3. You just like the nucleus and the makeup, and all you can do is just dream that you'll get better going forward. And right now, I'll take 6-3 all day. And if you want to say, hey, you lost to Phoenix, who else they lose to? You lost to Cleveland. You get back on Cleveland Saturday night in your building. I like where this team is at.
Sal's in Hayward. Hey, Sal, how you doing, man?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, just wanted to say thanks for taking my call. I listen to you guys every day on my way to work. I was cracking up when I was listening to you earlier. Guru said that on Steph's last shot, he said as soon as it left his fingers, he knew it wasn't going to go in. I was listening to the game on my phone at work last night, and I had to run to my phone to watch that last 14 seconds, and I said the same thing. As soon as Steph usually makes that shot 9 times out of 10, and I knew as soon as it left his fingers it wasn't going in. I felt bad, man. I just, they're playing good. They had a chance to win that game.
Yeah.
I love what I see from the bench. The bench is doing amazing. They kept them in that game, and they could have closed it out. But it was exciting to see. It was very encouraging.
All right.
And I also just wanted to say thanks for taking my call again. I'll actually be at the Chase Center at the game on Sunday. It'll be my second time at Chase Center.
Nice.
So
There you go.
to see them play. Yeah.
Nice. That's the that's the T-Wolves. Woo!
Finchy, where we sitting, Steiny?
What's that?
You getting the seats? The good seats?
I don't know. Which game you want to see, Sunday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
You know what? I'm having a problem with this headset too. It gets caught under the chair.
Yeah. I got you.
But
I appreciate you coming around to you understand the enthusiasm about this team. 5-2 on the road, 6-3, and again,
Boy, that would have been a nice win for you on the road. Whoo! That would have been.
Jokic tried to give it to you by not making the free throws. I couldn't believe he missed both.
And he turned it over when they were up 5.
Aaron Gordon turned it over a couple of times. I'm like, this might be meant to be. But with that said, I'll tell you what. We just talked about it. Cleveland's no walk in the park. They just beat you. These next 3 games will give us a lot to these next 12 quarters, Donnie, with no OT. We'll learn a lot more. How about that?
Probably.
Can make the case that these 3 opponents are the biggest teams that the Warriors are going to run into.
Size matters.
Got some athleticism, too, on Minnesota. Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man.
Yeah. Oh, they got Kitty Cat. They got Kitty Cat.
I don't like that.
They got the little pussy cat.
Oh, boy.
You can still say that.
Yeah.
Relax. Hey, the one thing I'm noticing about the Warriors, and let me know how you feel about this, because I've noticed the trend. Remember, and maybe this is again, me thinking about 2017. Remember when the Warriors had a magic number when it came to assists? Remember that?
Yep.
Remember what the number was? Evan does.
22.
I thought it was like 30.
30.
Oh.
It was 30.
Man.
Yeah. How many did they have last night? Assists. 21.
Yep.
They're 8th or 9th in assists this year. They've been first in years past. So the fact that Chris Paul is the kind of player he is, it's going to they're not going to move the ball as much as they have in the past with their open offense. So, there's going to be a little more pick and roll with Chris Paul when Steph's not in there. And it's just it's a little different. It's a little different than the Warriors that we've been used to seeing. The other thing is without Draymond Green, they lose one of their really good passers, especially in the half court. So that was probably another reason. But the style of play is just, they look a little different than the teams that we've seen in the recent past, stylistically. Daniel's in Livermore. What's up, Daniel? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Going
Thanks for a
well.
great show.
Thank you.
It's rare that I agree with Steiny on these ones, but I have to agree. I want to see a little bit more out of that closing unit when there is plays that can be executed. All in all, it's a comforting loss in the ways of our bench unit is trimming down. They're bringing us back into the games at times. At times when it switches back over to maybe more of a starting 5 minus Draymond last night, it's almost like we're a little bit sloppier without that CP3 out there and without that second unit. But in those closing minutes, man, I want to see Steph with the ball more. And it looked like CP3 missed play on a couple open shots a couple times. But when you have an opportunity to at least tie it or close it out, like, we're looking at a team that's trying to be a championship team. And I love comforting losses, but we're not here for comforting losses this year. We're here to go get that championship again. So I just want to see a little bit more cleanliness and taking care of the ball and executing when you can and getting those wins, especially the tough ones. But we're excited, right?
Yeah.
I agree, Steiny. I want to see us tight at the end and close those out when we can.
Yeah, and they have
Thanks,
been.
guys.
Thanks, Daniel. And they have been. They won 2 games at the buzzer, which bodes well for their kind of play in crunch time. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at with the Warriors. They look together more so, obviously, than last year. It's just, I don't know. I don't.
Well, you admitted you're being you're holding them to a standard that they had when they had Kevin Durant and they were the favorites. So that's a start right there. But you got to understand, this team could not win a road game at all last year, all the TMZ stuff. So I think that's what Dub Nation is excited about. You kind of retooled. Steph is in a zone right now. Jackson Davis, I mean, you threw him in the torture chamber with Jokic. I mean, how many guys, veterans, are going to win that battle? But Steiny, he just looked like he belonged, like they got something. They got a Frankenstein down there, Jackson Davis. You know, they got some size to go along with Looney, who was throwing his body around. Looney had 8 rebounds last night, man. We sleep on Kevon Looney.
Yeah, but how many minutes?
30.
Yeah, we need more than 8 rebounds.
I'll give you this one. Jackson Davis, I just looked at it. 18 minutes, 2 rebounds. But Jokic, he was guarding Jokic.
Yeah, he shouldn't rebound then. If you're guarding Jokic, you don't have to rebound. This is where. Yeah, okay. He's been fine, Jackson Davis.
They're getting more from their rookies than they have in the past. That's what it's about early on. Even Pods, and I know he ain't playing every game, but he didn't kill you last night. He was a +6 with 5 points.
I'm trying to think what rookies came in here and played right away for the Warriors.
Wiseman.
Yeah, it's true. He started. Wiseman started.
The opportunity was there.
12-6. Oh, that's what he averaged. 12-6.
Well, he ain't getting that now.
No. 888-957-9570 is the number. Warriors get beat by Denver. Cleveland's coming in here this weekend for game Saturday, and then the Warriors play Sunday against Minnesota, and then Tuesday against Minnesota. So 510 says Denver's great at home. Warriors did okay to stay close. The altitude is their advantage, and that's from Raider Brian in Alameda. Okay, I'm with you there.
They're undefeated at home.
Denver?
Yep.
Yeah, they only lost 1 game to Minnesota. My question to you, Goo, about the Golden State Warriors is give me one area that you think they're definitely better in than last year.
Okay.
And then one issue where the verdict's still out.
Wow. And I'm stating the obvious. It's depth. It's the bench. That is, so far, they've knocked that out of the park. Okay? Jordan Poole, I won't even bring him up again in regard to bench production. It's by committee, and it's a good thing to watch. Defensively, Steiny, the starters defensively, if it's going to be Sarge, well, Sarge was in there for Dre, but the perimeter D is a concern for me. And it reared its head against OKC, and I know they got some a bunch of young cats, but I just feel like if you can't control the perimeter, when you play a good team with some athleticism, it's going to be about them missing more so than you turning their water off. So I hope I'm wrong, and I'm looking at Wiggins, I'm looking at Clay, I'm looking at Dre, I'm looking at Steph, everybody. Their perimeter D is a concern for me.
Well, that's fair. 925 Warriors were missing their 2 best defenders.
Well,
last night.
Those are facts.
And played good defense despite that. Got good minutes out of TJD. Once Wiggins gets going, this team will be much better.
29 minutes and 13 shots.
Okay. It's
11 points.
What about, how many did he make?
for the 13.
Because that's usually important.
No, it is.
It's kind of important.
What do you think's going on? We'll ask Monty. Like, it's just not falling.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just not falling. Nothing else to see here.
Got to the line 4 times.
Oh, knock them all down?
3 or 4.
Hey, there he goes.
3 offensive rebounds. That's the greatest thing going, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Kuminga is a great on-ball defender. That's from Beard on the YouTube chat. Yeah,
Well,
can be. Pretty good.
Well, the game's 48 minutes, so 29 of them, he wasn't on the court.
Who?
Kuminga. So you can attack that perimeter D.
No, I hear.
Ant-Man, who, like, Wiggins playing his old team Sunday after the Saturday showdown. But I'm eager to see how they adjust against Cleveland.
Can you imagine Wiggins not only going up against the T-Wolves, but it's an in-season tournament game? This guy's about to be unleashed.
I don't know how that works. Like, if
what do you
the
mean?
Warriors lose Tuesday, they're 1-1. How many do you lose before you're out of the chance to go to Vegas?
Yeah.
888-957-957. I don't know. Our guys in the back, man.
The 510 says, Steiny, maybe it's because they haven't beaten an upper-tier team yet. Gomer's not going to like it.
No, I remember.
And they've gotten the benefit of playing teams without some of their best players. Minnesota and OKC with their full rosters will be a big test, especially Minnesota, who's beaten both Denver and Boston.
But when you talk like that, I'm not mad. There's some validity to that. But with such a short sample size, okay, Steiny, or the person that sent that in, what should the Warriors' record be then? Like, what are we supposed to do with that? It ain't our fault Fox wasn't available.
No, but it's noted. It's noted. It's like, listen, it's like when you have the University of Kentucky, okay? They're pretty good in basketball. And then you got, give me a Ball State.
Oh, boy.
Ball State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Football game.
Ball State is 19-3. And Kentucky's 19-3.
Let's go.
Yeah, who's had a tougher schedule?
Kentucky.
Thank you.
But they're both still 19-3.
Right, but Ball State's in a mid-major. And the Warriors, unfortunately, have been playing mid-major teams so far. They haven't played the top 25 teams.
Well, they took Kentucky to the wire last night.
Who's
the
Kentucky?
Warriors. Denver.
Let's see, that's the thing about the moral victories. You know I don't like moral or no morale. I wouldn't say that was a moral victory, but I think there's some stuff to take from it.